Alright, so this is like really general tank tips for basically not new, well yeah, basically just new or new tank players who don't really know how to like maximize efficiency in their abilities. So with Ram, there's not much you can do as Ram as a general tip. Of course, you always want to put shield before you go Nemesis, so that way you can play behind shield. Then shield goes away, then you have block, then you can block, right? And then when you come out of Nemesis, shield is back in 4 seconds. You can use Vortex to engage or disengage enemies, right? You say you want to play the corner, you can Vortex, play the corner. Vortex to engage, push up for your team. Generally speaking, Vortex is used to engage or disengage for you or your team. A common combo to kill 200 health targets quickly is just do 1, 2, 3, and then melee. When there's no, of course, when they're not getting healed, right? Because that combo will always be faster than doing 4. That half a second time you save in killing someone could win you the fight, essentially. Another thing is to weave in primary fires before you use abilities. So you do primary fire before you use any ability, right? Primary fire into slam, primary fire into block, because it's just it's basically free damage, right? Even if you miss, it's okay. You don't lose anything from like not throwing this out, right? If anything, if you do even get the hit and it's a meaty hit, you get the kill, essentially, right? Junker Queen. So always primary fire before you use abilities, right? Shoot knife, shoot pull, shoot axe. Always weave primary fires in between abilities. Sigma's old combo is that you can do rock into primary fire immediately. There was no cooldown with that. Now you have to do primary fire rock into primary fire. Well, this is the habit I like to do, is just, you know, of course you want to do melee after these. Although it does increase the delay. There is a delay in between shots, and meleeing increases that delay between shots, so you have to be wary of that, but not in between abilities. A small but niche tip: right, you can smash them on you to kill them essentially faster. They don't even ever touch the ground, and that's sometimes useful for things like Baptiste Lamp or Kiriko Suzu. It's extremely situational, but sometimes it can help, you know. What I want to see people doing as Zarya is when they're like basically melee range, right? Just right click melee. You're high energy, right click melee. You can even shoot the floor if you're not confident in hitting body. You can shoot the floor. That still does like over 100 damage. Right click when they're generally pretty close, you know, at the edge of your beam. Does quite a lot of damage, the right click, especially when you have a lot of power. Right click uses 25 per ball per right click, right? So generally you can only right click 4 times. So you can do like lance into the suck, and that'll always kill faster than, you know, just using it raw, right? Left click and then dash, and that'll always be faster than just, you know, dash and doing this. There's a Genji combo that all Genjis know. If you're a Genji main, you know, right? So you do dash into right click melee, and at the perfect distance your dash will hit and you'll be in range for a perfect right click. But this is an extremely advanced Genji combo that you have to know the exact distance of dash. right? So that is a really good burst combo that you can do with Genji, but it's also extremely committal. So you should only do that combo when they're already low. Also a situational combo. Overall, the dash into right click melee is way more consistent, especially if you aim at people's feet with your dash. So you do dash, you aim at their feet, the dash will hit, and then you just look up, right click melee. It's extremely important to optimize damage with Genji before you blade. So we hit our left click, melee, and then blade, right? And then this person is just one swipe from dying. The only time you see Genji's dash up and blade is if they get nanoed, or they get bubbled, or if there's another tank already going in. There's no one looking at the Genji, right? You're on the flank, you're kind of alone, but you're also getting an off angle, and you see someone low HP, you can blade like that and instantly kill them without even swiping. Same with Echo. You always want to weave in primary fire before any ability. So there's that, then there's laser. Yes, another example of this. Instead of using your ult raw, you can do primary fire. And that will always kill faster than just using the ult. Before you coalescence, this should be common knowledge. Always throw your ball. Doesn't matter which one it is. Depends on the situation. But most of the time you want to do damage. Damage ball. Right.